Hi, welcome to the series of videos on preparation for your GMAT quantitative reasoning section. The GMAT is scored out of 800 and out of which half is based on your quantitative reasoning score and half is based on your verbal reasoning score. Today we will be looking at some problems on the topic of coordinate geometry for your quantitative reasoning part. Let's look at the first question. The first question says, which of the following could be the equation of a line parallel to the line 5x minus 6y is equals to 9. So, this line is given to us whose equation is 5x minus 6y is equals to 9. The standard form of equation is y is equals to mx plus c, where m is the slope of the line. Okay, to convert this to the standard form, let us first take 6y to the other side and 9 to this side. You have this equation becomes 5x minus 9 is equals to 6y. Now, let us write it in the standard form y is equals to mx plus c by dividing both sides by 6. So, you will have y is equals to 5 divided by 6x minus 9 divided by 6. So, here our slope is what? Our slope is equals to 5 by 6. So, for they are asking us the equation of a line that is parallel to this line. So, when lines are parallel, slopes are equal. Therefore, we will have to check slope of this new line will be 5 by 6. We will have to check where it is 5 by 6. First option is y is equals to minus 5 by 6 x by plus 1. So, here the slope is minus 5 by 6. So, that is not equals to our given line, the slope is not equal to our given line. Y is equals to 6 by 5 x plus 1. Again 6 by 5 is not 5 by 6. So, you cancel out that option as well. Y is equals to 5 by 6 x plus 1. Yes, this option is a correct option. Slope is equals to 5 by 6 and that is our required slope. So, you can select answer as option C. If you look at option D and E also, their slopes are 3 by 2 and 2 by 3 respectively, but not equal to 5 by 6. So, the answer is option C. That was a simple question. Let us look at the next question now. In the rectangular coordinate system below, if point R not shown lies on the positive y axis and the area of the triangle ORP is 12, what is the y coordinate of point R? Okay, so they are saying this some point R on the y axis which is having the which is on a positive y axis. Okay, so let us assume that its coordinates are x will be 0 since it is on the y axis and the y coordinate will be y. Let us assume it is y. Okay. Now, they are saying the area of the triangle ORP is 12. So, let us join this line first to make it a triangle ORP. So, they are saying this area of this triangle is equals to 12. So, and this is 90 degrees since axis y axis and x axis cut each other at 90 degrees. Therefore, we know the area of a triangle will be equal to half base into height. So, let us see the base, that is distance of O to P, it is 4 units. It is given that P is 4, 0. The distance from O to P is 4 units. So, we can write this base is equals to 4 and the distance from O to R will be equals to y units because its coordinates is 0, y and from the origin that is 0, 0 the distance will be y. So, you can say that area of triangle ORP it's given as 12 is equals to half into base is nothing but 4 units OP and height is nothing but OR which is equals to y units. So, 2 gets cancelled, 2 cancels 4 2 times. Therefore, y is equals to 12 by 2, that is 6. So, they are asking what is the y coordinate of point R, that is what we needed, that y is equals to 6. Answer is option B. Let us look at the next question now. In the xy plane, the vertices of triangle have coordinates 0, 0, 3, 3 and 7, 0. What is the perimeter of the triangle? Okay, so we are given the 3 vertices of the triangle. If we assume that this is our xy axis, one vertex is 0, 0, another vertex is 3, 3 which will be somewhere here, and another vertex is on the x axis, it is 7, 0. So, this is our triangle, and what they are asking us to find out is the perimeter. So, perimeter means you have to add the side lengths. So, let us just calculate the side lengths OP Q. Let's just name the points as P and Q. So, the distance from O to P is equals to under root of 3 minus 0 whole square plus 3 minus 0 whole square. As you know, the distance between two points on the coordinate plane is y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square. Using that formula, we will find the distance of O to P as root of 3 square plus 3 square, that is 2 into 3 square, that comes out to be 3 root 2. And now, let us calculate the distance from O to Q. O to Q is nothing but 0, 0 to 7, 0, that is 7, 0, 0 to 7, 0 will come out to be 0 square plus 7 square is equals to under root 7 square, which is equals to 7. And now, let us check the distance between P and Q. P and Q, the distance will be equal to under root of 3 minus 0 y2 minus y1 whole square plus 3 minus 7 whole square, which is equals to 3 square, that is 9, plus 3 minus 7 whole square, that is minus 4 whole square is 16. This comes out to be root of 25, which is 5. Therefore, perimeter is equals to OP plus OQ plus PQ, which is equals to 3 root 2 plus 7 plus 5, which is equals to 12 plus 3 root 2, which is answer option E. Our answer is option E. Let us look at this next question now. In the figure below, what are the coordinates of point R? Okay, they are asking us what are the coordinates of point R. They have given that this is 90 degrees. So, in this triangle, let us name this point as S. In this triangle ORS, we have the angle as OSR angle will be 90 degrees, because this is 90 degrees and this line is a straight line. Angles made at straight line add up to 180. So, they are saying that this angle is 45. When this angle is 45, this angle will also be 45, because it has to add up to 90 degrees. It is a 45, 45, 90 right angle triangle. So, when two angles are equal, the sides opposite them are also equal. So, this side will be equal to this side. And what will be the coordinates of point S? Since it is perpendicularly, when you drop from Q to S, the x coordinate remains the same, that is it will be 5, and the y coordinate, since it is on x axis, will be equal to 0. So, the distance from O to S is nothing but 5 units. Now, if that is 5 units, this as well is 5 units. Now, you are dropping from S to R, you are dropping perpendicularly, that is parallel to the y axis. Therefore, your x coordinate will remain the same, that will be 5. Okay. And you have dropped 5 units towards the negative y axis. So, it will become minus 5, it is dropped 5 units towards the negative y direction. So, the coordinate will be minus 5. So, R is equals to 5 minus 5, that is answer is option E. Let us look at our next question. Which of the lines are perpendicular to the line y is equals to x in the xy plane? So, y equals to mx plus c, as I already said, will be our standard form, and m will be the slope. Now, they are asking us which of these lines are perpendicular to the line in line y is equals to x. Y is equals to x is nothing but the slope comes out to be 1. And when lines are perpendicular, to each other, the product of the slope of line 1 into slope of line 2 will be always equals to minus 1. So, now they are asking to find the lines which are perpendicular to y is equals to x, that is slope is 1. So, when slope of first line is 1, what will be the slope of the second line? 1 into the slope of the second line will be equals to minus 1, which means that slope of the second line is equal to minus 1. So, let us look at option 1 here. When option 1 tells us that x plus y is equals to 0. So, writing this line in the standard form will be y is equals to minus x. So, when y is equals to minus x, so this means that the slope of this line is equal to minus 1. Therefore, yes, it is perpendicular. Now, let us look at option 2. That is given, the line that is given in 2, x plus y is equals to 1. Writing it in the standard form, the equation becomes y is equals to minus x plus 1. Again the slope here is equals to minus 1. So, therefore, again it is yes, it is perpendicular to the line given, that is y is equals to x. Just perpendicular to y is equals to x, both these lines. Now, the third option that is given, it is saying that x minus y is equals to 2. Write it in the standard form. Taking y to this side, you have y is equals to y to one side and x to one side, you will have y is equals to x minus 2. Here it is equals to x. So, the slope is equals to 1 here. Therefore, it is not perpendicular to y is equals to x. Therefore, answer is only lines stated given by statement 1 and statement 2 are only parallel, the options are only 1 and 2. So, the answer is option D, where 1 and 2 only are the lines that are perpendicular to the line y is equals to x. Let us look at our next question now. Line K is tangent to the circle with center at 0, 0 at minus 3, y such that its y intercept is positive. If the radius of the circle is 5, what is the slope of line K? Okay. So, there is a circle in the coordinate system where the center is 0, 0. So, let us say the circle is like this. It is a rough drawing. Okay. And now you have a tangent. Line is a tangent when it touches the circle at only one point, and it is given that it is at minus 3, y. So, let us take this, this point can be, if y is positive, it can be this point where it is minus 3, y. So, the tangent will be somewhat drawn like this. But it can also be, if y is negative, it can also be here, minus 3, y can also be here. But when you draw the tangent at this point, it will go like this, touching the circle, and it will cut the y axis at a negative y coordinate. Here the question is telling us that the y intercept is positive. So, therefore, this line is not possible. This is the line, y is positive and minus 3, y, the tangent line will be this. This will be a tangent line. Okay. They are telling us that the radius of the circle is 5 units. What is the slope of line K? Okay. So, the radius of the slope is 5 units. Okay. What is the slope of line K? So, radius from 0, 0 to minus 3, y is 5 units. So, let us first put it in a distance formula. We know that minus 3 minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square is equals to 5. Squaring on both sides, here you have minus 3 whole square will be 9 plus y square, y minus 0 whole square is y square is equals to 5 square, that is 25, which means that y square is equals to 25 minus 9 is 16. So, y is equals to 4. Here y could have been plus 4 or minus 4, but we have seen from our drawing that since y has to be a positive, the line should have a positive y coordinate, y intercept. So, this has to be positive. This point has to have positive y coordinate. Now, they are asking us what is the slope of line K. So, for the slope, you can have the slope of line 1 the radius is always perpendicular, radius drawn to that point where the tangent is touching the circle is always perpendicular to the tangent. So, using the definition for perpendicular lines that we seen before, the slope of line 1 into slope of line 2 should be equal to minus 1. So, first let us look at the slope of this radius O to this point minus 3 comma y. The slope will be y minus 0, that is y is 4, 4 minus 0 divided by minus 3 minus 0, which is equals to the slope of the radius is minus 4 by 3. Therefore, since the line is perpendicular, the tangent is perpendicular, the tangent will have the tangent slope into the radius slope should be equal to minus 1, and we know that the radius slope, therefore, the slope of the tangent slope m of the tangent t into minus 4 by 3, this is slope of the radius, is equals to minus 1. Therefore, slope of the tangent m of t is equals to 3 by 4, which is option C. The answer comes out as option C. I hope that was clear. Let us look at the next question now. What is the area of triangle created by the intersection of the lines x is equals to 4, y is equals to 5 and y is equals to minus 3 by 4x plus 20. Okay. So, let us say our xy planes are like this. You have x is equals to 4, the line x is equals to 4 will be drawn like this, and the line y is equals to 5 will be drawn like that, and y is equals to minus 3 by 4x plus 20 will be like this. It has a negative slope. Okay. So, now let us check what the intersection points are. So, when x is equals to 4, where will it intersect the line y is equals to minus 3 by 4x plus 20. So, let us substitute the value x is equals to 4 into this line, you will get y is equals to minus 3 by 4 into 4 plus 20. Therefore, y is equals to plus 17. The point where it intersects is 4 comma x is equals to 4 and y is equals to 17. Now, when y is equals to 5, let us check where it will intersect the line y is equals to minus 3 by 4x plus 20. So, you substitute 5 in place of y, 5 is equals to minus 3 by 4x plus 20. So, that is equals to minus 3 by 4x will be equals to minus 15, x is equals to 20. So, it intersects at a point 20 comma x is equal to 20 comma y is equals to 5. And this point here, the intersection is 4 comma 5. It is intersection of line x is equals to 4 and y is equals to line y is equals to 5. Okay. So, now we need the area of the triangle. So, this is perpendicular to this. This line is x is equals to 4 is parallel to the y axis and y is equals to 5 is parallel to the x axis. Therefore, these two lines will also be perpendicularly intersecting each other. So, we can say the height will just be equals to, if we label these as points A, B and C, it will just be equals to half of AB into AC. Area of triangle ABC, that is created by the intersection of these lines, will be equals to half of AB into AC. So, AB is nothing but, let us see which one was point B. It was the intersection of y is equals to 5 and this line. So, it is equals to, x will be equal to, this point is point B and this point is point A. No, this point is point C, sorry, and this point is point C. So, point B is 20 comma 5 and point C is 4 comma 17. So, the distance from A, that is 4 comma 5 to B, that is 20, 5 will be how many units? It is parallel, it is running parallel to the x axis and the x is changing from 4 to 20. So, that is 16 units, it will be 16 units, it has run 16 units parallel to the x axis. And now AC, the line AC is parallel to the y axis, so only the y coordinate will be changing. So, y is running from 5 to 17, that is 12. So, it is running 12 units. So, therefore, AC will be equals to 12. Area of triangle ABC will be half of AB, that is 16, into AC, that is 12. 2 8s are 8 12s are 96. Answer is option E. Now, let us look at the next question. In the xy coordinate plane, line L is perpendicular to the y axis and passes through the point 8, -4. Which of the following is the equation of the line L? So, it is telling us that this line is perpendicular to the y axis. This is the y axis, this is the x axis. When a line is perpendicular to the y axis, it will be of the form y is equals to some constant k. That will always be the equation of a line that is perpendicular to the y axis. So, we know that it passes through the point 8, -4. So, it is not in the positive direction, it can either be y is equals to k or y is equals to minus k. It can be either of these two. So, they are saying that it passes through the point 8, -4. So, that means that y will be, the equation of the line should be y is equals to a constant minus k, and it runs to the point 8, -4. That means that the equation of the line will be equals to y is equals to -4. Since the line any point on this line will always have the same y coordinate, and this will be equal to -4 because it passes through the point of 8, -4. So, those were some questions on the topic of coordinate geometry. Hope they were clear. Thanks for watching.